So guys, just so we could swap on the fly, you see I've got a little clip on here, so I could just slide my jigs on and off and my lures on and off. The only time I don't have that on is if I'm doing some mackerel fishing. And we got squid eyes on or what? Yeah, they got eyes on. I could really use the night bait, guys. I could really use it. He's on. He's on. Oh, he's a big boy too. He's a big one. He's a big ass squid. Damn. I'm gonna break my rod. And that's really all we need. So we're gonna beach him, and I'll come back around after I do some fishing. We're gonna dispatch him too, but we're gonna come back around and collect him. But we're gonna put him out so he's not suffering here. Of course, I'll do that off camera before I put that squid out of his misery, so he's not suffering here on the rocks while I'm fishing. So that just popped right off. I'm gonna pop that back in my tackle box, and I'll slide that in my little waste bag, and then I just put my nail in there like that. I've probably not talked about these a lot, guys, but I've used these a lot on this channel. A fish isn't gonna break that clip or bend it out. If you're using a heavier setup, you can get a heavier pound test clip also. I've got some for the heavier stick, which all the big barracudas from summertime last year were caught on that stick, and you see they didn't bend them out and we didn't lose them. So there you go. It's getting attention on the drop. It's getting attention on the drop. Oh, we got something on. Something small, but we had something on. Another one of these guys. Oh man, he got both of them. We get the treble out first. We're gonna hold that up. No, let's hold it to the side and get control of the other hook. There we go. See you, lizard. All right, one more cast because I saw a juvenile yellowtail and a little juvenile hind following it up too. Those would be the more exciting species to get. I was throwing this in front of the jacks and they would follow it, but they won't commit. So we'll try it out another day when they may be a bit more hungry, a bit more willing to bite. So this thing on the fall has a bit of action. So another squid. Ooh, we got bit. Here we go. Not what we're after, folks. Another species that I'm not a fan of. But as you can see, these little jigs, they're good fun. They got good action. It's another squid. I wonder if he belongs to the same group, in which case he may be a bit finicky. They just remind me of being a kid, and these guys are just constantly getting in the way. Steal your bait at night when you're doing some night fishing. You and your dad or you and your pals, these squirrel fish used to just get in the way, man. So annoying. At the bottom here, we're gonna do a tap tap and let it sink, because most of the grabs are happening on the suspension, like on the sink, when it's just like slowly gliding back down. Squirrel fish pull pretty hard. They're underrated fighters. Definitely an underrated fighting fish. We're gonna try to get in front of the cliff face, the underwater cliff face down there. What do we got here? Another species, micro, but I'll take it. Little yellowtail. Let's try to lay him on my hand without getting the jig on me. All right, let's get a firm. Oh, nope. That treble hook means trouble. Let's get a firm grab on this guy. It's only got one hook point in it, which is ideal. Come on, dude. That hook, he wasn't going anywhere though. That one hook point, that is in there, guys. Like it's like a flap of skin off the front of his nose. That wasn't going anywhere. Yellowtail. Cool. We're gonna go a bit deeper as well. We'll do one more cast right here. There's a bunch of crevices in front of this spot right here, but anywhere y'all could find, no matter where you are in the world, whether it's Bermuda or anywhere, if you see like reef and rocks and like a sloping kind of like underwater cliff face kind of thing, you could do this kind of stuff with just some little jigs. Something down there is gonna lunge at it. But yeah, we'll see what we get into. Let's see if I can get a decent size snapper species. It don't even have to be keeper size, just something bigger than that micro yellowtail. Let's send this out again. Let's walk out here a bit. All right, it's deeper than I thought right here, but it's still below my knee, so that's cool. It'll chill right here. But yeah, this thing, a lot of times on the drop is where I'm feeling that nudge, feeling a thump. Something's on. Nothing too big, but something. Oh, guys, we got a lane. All we need is a mangrove. Now we'll have our Burmy snapper slam. We got a lane. We're gonna inspect him. See if we get a bigger lane though. Ah, he flipped out of my hand. With salt right in my mouth too. Hopefully nothing else though. But yeah, got a lane. This is, guys, my absolute, I've mentioned it before, I'm gonna mention it every time I catch one though. My favorite fish of all time based on how cool they look. All right, I gotta be careful where that jig goes in my hand. So we got 3 points out. And spiritual release. See you, Lane. It's just a little therapeutic fishing session, guys, and bait collection. But I saw some squid here the other day, but when I needed some the other night, I didn't see any squid around before I got into the night fishing. I had to settle for using a shrimp, and that end up not panning out. Ooh, something had it on the drop. Something had it on a drop. Here we go. Here we go, a little hind. All right, we're gonna make sure we got 2 hands so this jig doesn't slip out. Here we go. Another one of my favorites. So let's see if we can get him. Okay, that's one. I've got my pliers too, guys. I'd recommend using that for safety. Here we go. I'll release him out of my hand. Spiritual release. Bismillah. See ya. Right. That was a mission. We'll let that sink. That's still falling. Wow. All right. I'm gonna have to work it a little bit faster on this slope so I don't catch anything on the side. Approaching the slope now. Here we go. Here we go. There's a fish on. There's a fish on. Here we go. Another hind. Bigger fish as we get out right here. We took the back treble off of this bright green jig right here. All right, cool. This should come out easy enough now. All right, nice little hind. I'm liking this little jig. Let me show you the jig. It's a bright green one with a little eye and some stripes on it. It's like a little micro mackerel. All right, then set that guy down. Put a different color on this time, and this one has the back treble. Let's see how we do. There we go. That flies out there. We'll let that sink. Mostly sandy seaweed bottoms, so I think we're good to use this jig all the way. We got something. Nothing too big. Could be a lizard fish, I think. Guess we'll find out when we get him in. No, it's not a lizard fish at all. Oh, out in the middle there. Out in the middle there, laying. All right, you don't want to hold these things up when they have a jig in them. You want to hold them outwards. Oh, easy enough. It's like a seaweed patch there. I reckon these guys are hiding in that then. Snag something else, guys. Whoa, whoa. It felt like a better fish. Whoa, no way, guys. How did I get one of these? This is not a bad burn. This is my PB burn on camera. But wow, he took a good little run too. PB burn on camera. This is a stud. We need to be fast. Is there a little tide pool around I could release him in? There's some water right here, but yeah, trying to keep him healthy. Oh, maybe that wasn't the best idea. That wasn't the best idea. All right, we got him this time. He is freaking out. Not good for the fish. All right, guys, PB burn on camera. Not a bad little burn. We're gonna get him back though. We gotta try and. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, they always want to triple check that nobody's catching the parrotfish. You know, we don't have a game warden, but we have, you know, Karen's, I guess. She seemed nice enough, but, you know, she also wanted to make sure that that's not what I was after. I don't think I've accidentally hooked parrotfish before. I always give them a safe release, but I don't think I've ever, while filming, have accidentally hooked a parrotfish. I wouldn't even try to hide it. I'll just, you know, give it a safe release and let guys know, like, you know, this is the law. You're not allowed to catch these. If you do happen to catch them, if they do happen to be bycatch, just give it the safest release possible, and that's it. Oh. We got a hit. He took a bit of a run, whatever this fish is, and then he just gave up. Oh, another little burn. Another little burn, guys. All right, let's, whoa. Self-release. So he's a bit stunned. Yeah, guys, had good fun throwing this little lure. You know, this was, I guess, inspired by all the ultralight stuff I've been doing over the winter time, or the finesse stuff. But it's nice to have a few finesse options, or a few like really small micro options like this lure, but something that's gonna last more than a few bites. So definitely keep throwing this and keep documenting it. Hopefully this week coming up you'll get a few bigger fish and a few more new species on this lure as well, but we'll see what happens. And we're gonna do some other fishing as well with other lures and all that. We're going to do some bait stuff as well. But yeah, just stay tuned, guys. And we're going to have fun using new stuff that I'm not used to and seeing what happens. So until then, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Tighten that drag, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.